And so I think that seems to have gone quite well, actually. I've seen some really great feedback actually coming from the chat, which is really good. I'm just trying to get a scenario started here. In fact, let's start at West Chicago, and then we can adjust things as we go. Right, that's me back up in the corner where I belong. Now, something else I need to do while we're waiting for this. By the way, if you want to know where the video is, that's the video for the trailer. I've just pasted it onto the chat. Someone just asked if I'm streaming tomorrow. It really depends on whether I can fix the computer problems at home. If we can fix computer problems at home, then yes. Otherwise, no. Right, so this is where we are at West Chicago branch here. So we need to be heading sort of southeast. That's the direction we need to be going in. So let's just stick a consist in here. So what we got here? That one will do. We'll stick a few wagons behind him, and then we'll put a passenger, a driver. Driver better not be a passenger. And what we'll do is we'll just terminate this one in Eola Yard. So we will terminate it at the end here. Oh, arrival line 2. Look at that. Let's click that and go there. And then so it's only going to take, that reckons it's going to take an hour and 3 minutes. I don't think so. If that's the case, I might do a little bit of speeding. Right, so that's going to get us into there. I just need to put the final mark on it. Eola arrival W2. There it is. Right, let's go. So this is the GP38 that comes with the route. Oh, you know what I've done, don't you? Same thing I always do. I forgot to tell it that I would be driving this and not the computer. I've also turned down the volume for the game, so let's do that. Right. Where's me train? There's me train. And you need to be down as a me drive. 5 miles per hour limit. Oh, dear, oh dear. Like I said, I might be some speeding. Right, let's just check and see how our path is. Oh, we're good all the way to there. Apologies for that, folks. I'm just trying to get MooBot set up so that I can I know we're speeding, but we're just looking at the route. Oh, that cup of coffee is lovely and cold now. Alright, I'm going to break the speed limit now so that we're not here all night looking at trees, as exciting as trees are. Giving this a straight bit of track. We'll do 25 anyway, I don't want to go too fast. I am just warming up the raffle system, by the way. So while we do this, I think we'll run a couple of raffles. We've got a couple of copies to pass on. White Meat says, why is it 20 miles per hour on a track like that? Probably because in reality it's really bumpy, rickety, old track. I'm going down a hill now. Where are we getting to? There. So I'll tell you what, we'll do the first raffle when we get to this siding here. Raffle giveaway. Real giveaway. Yeah, in order to do the raffle, what I'm going to do is give you a phrase to type in. Make sure you've hit the follow button, and then what I'll do is after some couple of minutes, while you all type in the phrase frequently, I'll then get the computer to pick a random winner. So prize for this will be there's a couple of copies of this route ready for once the route is actually released. So there are no copies of it yet, but once the route is released, then we'll get in touch with you. Team 558, I think you're going to have to watch the past broadcasts to see the Metra. We've done about 2 hours of the Metra, so I think if I fire that up again, everyone's going to go nuts. We're just having a quick look at the GP38 on the West Chicago branch, and then we're going to call it a night. Are we almost there? Yeah, we're coming up to this siding now. So where are we? Oh, I said it was this one. We're going to do the first giveaway when we get to there, and that's when we start turning towards the junction. That wake you up? Next switch after this one. As soon as we get to this switch, then we'll do the first giveaway. There's the switch, just there. Okay, folks, your first keyword is Chicago. Chicago. All in lowercase letters, please. C-H-I-C-A-G-O. Chicago. All in lowercase letters, please, and without any exclamation marks. If you think you typed it in wrong, do please type it in again. It doesn't hurt if you type it in multiple times. It doesn't benefit you either, but yes, that makes sure that you get entered in at least. Just going to give that a moment. Get to this corner, I'll call it. Coming up to the corner. There we go. Roll in. Strat Shadow, thank you for the following and for entering the competition. You are our first winner. Can't see what I'm typing. I've made a note of your details, Strat Shadow. It's quite a bit of detail, even going back into the distance up there, isn't there? Right, where are we now? Right, we're working our way down. So we'll start the next giveaway when we get to this one here, I think. When we get to this branch passing thing down here. So we've got a little ways to go yet. We've got one siding to go past, then we'll get to ours. Don't type random things into the chat, folks. Until I set it up, it doesn't do anything at all when you're just spamming. When we get to the next siding is when we do the word. So we're at this one now, and we want to get to this one. People are sending me random words they'd like to be on the thing, but I've already picked the next word. Bob, notice there are no placeholders for DLC runs in the schedule for the next 2 weeks. No, it doesn't mean anything. It just means that because I don't know what's getting released when. So what I've done is I've planned them as if nothing is coming out, and then I will just rejig to put stuff in otherwise. So that seemed like a better way of doing it than not planning anything and then suddenly realising I needed to put plans in place. So how are we doing? We're coming down here, so we're waiting until we get to this next turn and then we're not far off. So what I'm going to do is something a little bit different just before we get to the corner. I'm actually going to say... No, I won't be mean. I was going to say guess the code. But no, I'll tell you what the code is in a minute. I'm really liking all the detail in the distance. It's phenomenally detailed even far back. It's got a bit of a Kalispell feel to it, doesn't it, Open Railer? Nearly at the siding now. Cheers, Coplopper Mal. Thank you for all your help this evening. With a, oh yeah, this is the siding just up here, so just around this corner. Close up of crossing. There you go. Apparently that driver doesn't care about the crossing. Right, are we nearly there? We're nearly there. So we've actually had one person correctly guess the keyword. We have one person in the raffle at the moment, in the giveaway at the moment. The keyword is Aurora. Which should have been reasonably obvious, I guess. So if you could type that in lowercase letters, A-U-R-O-R-A. That's it. Lots of people getting entered now. Make sure you type it lowercase letters, no exclamation marks or anything funky. Right, so we're almost at the junction. We just need to make sure our path is set through. That one needs to be changed. Something isn't right. Oh, it could just be too long. I'm going to give it another little while just to let anyone who's not got it. So if you type the word Aurora into the chat at the moment, lowercase letters, then that will enter you for the giveaway. Prize is a copy of this route. Get to that level crossing, I shall call it. Sausage. Justin 7005. You are our next winner. Right, so let me just make a note of that. So we're on our way into Eola Yard now. The blue line's almost getting us into Eola Yard, so we're not far away now from finishing. So congratulations to Strat Shadow and Justin 7005. We'll get in touch with you via Twitch messaging once the route is released. And then you can, and then you'll get instructions on what to do with the code. So it's definitely got a feeling of riding around a branch line, doesn't it? It's captured really well. So we're coming down the line now. Doesn't quite get us into the yard yet, but it will do very shortly. We need to make sure that we're set to correctly come all the way in. To West 2. So tonight we've been taking a look at the racetrack Aurora to Chicago. It's an upcoming route. It's made by one of our third parties. It comes with the F40PH and the cab car and the GP38 locos. As well as the route itself. Going a little bit fast at the moment. When I say a little bit, I mean really, really, really way too much. It's Aurora station just over there. I'm coming off the branch line now. Have we got the blue line in yet? Nearly. Goes into there. Blue line still hasn't made it up quite yet. Oh, it's gone on another leg. Nearly. Just going to bring it the last little leg into Eola yard, and then we'll be done. There's a lot of variety in the vegetation, isn't there? There's so many different greens there. It looks really, really nice. I like it anyway. I'm looking over at the chat. I should be looking at the camera so you can see me. I'm not used to the camera being up here. I'm used to it being in front of me on the monitor. But this one needs to be mounted on a tripod, so it's looking at me like some kind of thing from War of the Worlds at the moment, staring down at me, saying, "Yes," and about that driving earlier on. We've got a blue line in. Yep, we're blue line now into our Eola yard, so we just need to get there now. Thank you to everyone that's joined and everyone that's hit follow. Really appreciate it. Oh yes, and as United Terry says, 119 people and a tripod staring down at me going, "Really? You call that driving?" Simon Lund, I don't have the rail driver. I'm at the office, so I don't have my rail driver. And this is one of the cameras from the community team, one of their proper cameras, and it needs mounting on a tripod. So I'm looking over there instead of up there again. I need a tripod mounted on a stick in front of me so that no matter where I look, there it is. That's what I need. Try a camera hat. Alright, cut the power. Where are we? We're just coming into the yard. Here we are. So we'll just go over all these junctions and then we'll make our way in. Like a giant camera. No, it's actually a Logitech C920, which is actually what I use at home. But my only other option I had for using it at the office was this thing. I don't know if anyone remembers the live cam, the Xbox 360 live cam. It works really well as a camera, but it's pretty low quality. So I went and borrowed one of these. I shall have to make sure I put it back so that no one knows, except they'll probably know when they watch this stream. Oops. I hope that was alright. Selfie stick! Dave! You've got it! A selfie stick! I just hold it around like that, that's what we need. Me with a selfie stick, it's not what the world needs. This is Eola Yard. Hashtag edit that bit out. Yeah, you've got it. White Mead's asking what we're going to do with the 2,000 followers. I want you to tell me what you want me to do for 2,000 followers, because I haven't a clue. So I did post on Facebook and Twitter saying, what would you like me to do for 2,000 followers? And the feedback so far has been a bit varied. Basically saying, just do a really long just do a really long one, or a long stream. Do all American, or do all British, or do all German. There's been a number of requests. So, is it just more? You just want a longer stream? We did a 6¼ hour stream the other day. Is that long enough? I don't know if I could do another one of those again. But yeah, I'm interested to know what you would like to see for a stream. Something live rather than something recorded, though. We did the recorded behind the scenes. Dave says, don't forget to tip security on the way out. No, actually, QA were already in the office because there's a shift system for the QA team. And so they were still here, so they let me in. And I've got the magic key that lets me lock it all up. So I wonder if what we need is to try and convince Steve and Moleman to join me on camera. And do a stream. How's that? Moggy, ice cream and lolly special. Haha. Are we in the siding? Yeah, we're in the siding. Right, let's stop then. Right. So that is the West Chicago branch. One more look at the map, and so this was Chicago, and the yards along the way. Lots of green. You see all these little green lines there. All of the passenger stations. There's quite high density passenger stops, so it should appeal to a European audience. You've got the Eola yard there, Aurora station. There's more industries down here, and then you've got the West Chicago branch, which we've also just driven here. You've got the the F40PH and the cab car, both of which are drivable. You've seen both of those today. And you've got the GP38, which is available in orange and in green. It's by Chicago Southwest, one of our partners, and really, really pleased to be able to show it today. So before we finish up, you know what I'm going to do. There you go, folks. So that's been the preview. We've had a look at the RaceTrack Aurora to Chicago line. We did 3 different journeys along the line, and we looked at all of the trains that it comes with. So I hope that has been good. Hope you've enjoyed that, and I hope you've enjoyed the route as much as I've enjoyed. This has been my first look. I should look at the camera again. This has been my first look at the route as well, so I've really enjoyed it too. If you've got any feedback, do make sure you send it through Facebook, Engine Driver, all the usual channels. We definitely want to hear your feedback, what you liked, what you thought could be improved, and we can pass that on to Chicago and Southwest. I think I'm done. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Really appreciate you taking your time to come and have a look. My name is Matt Peddleston. This is Train Sim Live, and I will hopefully see you all tomorrow. But I will let you know on Facebook and Twitter if my machine problem, the hardware problems at home persist. If they do, I won't bother streaming. There's no point making everyone sit and watch a horrible, nasty, low frame rate stream. So Yeah, keep an eye on Facebook and Twitter. If you aren't on Facebook and Twitter, please make sure you go over there and follow and subscribe and like and all that stuff. Don't forget also that if you're new to the stream, there is also everything I do is archived onto YouTube, so that you can watch it anytime you like. Right, I'm finished. Thanks very much, everybody, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Bye bye.